Yo, it's me, Quincler. As you can see, we're not streaming. There's no chat. And I want to react to the first dev diary that we got for the new DLC that's coming out later this year. Hallowed Concepts first DLC diary. Alright? We're getting a bunch of new exciting stuff. I will leave the video to the dev diary in the description. You haven't watched that, so go watch that right now and then come back and then we can yap a bit about that stuff. Because I already watched it before I started recording this. I'm also like editing something right now for next week. But anyways, we got our first look at like the world that they're gonna build for the new DLC. And first of all, I'm glad that Chef, Falson Seeker, Void Fiend and Railgunner are getting DLC skins. Because in Allied Collective, they were left out of those, out of the pot of skins. So that means for the next DLC, the Operator and the Drifter are not getting any skins, which is fine to me. It's now equalized between all of the DLC survivors, which I really like. From what I've seen in the video, I quite enjoyed the stage designs and the returning enemies from the first game. The Lynx statues and like the small little Lynx pups that run around. It looks really cool. There's also like a part of the video where the commando shot an enemy and Tar hands just zoomed out of the ground. I don't know what's that about. Like, it looks really cool. It fills my brain with joy to see that the commando gets another one-hit item. Good. Anyways, as you can see, one of the most surprising things for me, by the way, is that we're getting trial stages. While they're not the same as Providence trials from the first game, we're getting a boss rush trial, man. Isn't that crazy? From like just saying it right now, not knowing anything that happens in the DLC or like not knowing how it plays or whatever. I feel like this goes crazy to me because the same trials that you have for the stages and all also integrate with the new item system that we're getting that includes the Curio, which is a equipment-esque non-equipment where you can flip around between different effects, which we can scroll down to real quick, where you can use alchemy to split the legendary into uncommons or uncommons into white items, and then it doubles the drops, or like spawning these little guys to kill everything that you see. Seems really powerful, but again, that's one of the things that the last few DLCs have incurred is a ever-growing feeling of power creep, with the player getting void seeds, halcyon shrines, and all of those cooking items at Chef's place in I want to call it Solutional Haunt, but that's not what the stage is called. I'll edit that in right here. It's all a lot of power for the player, and they mention that in the dev diary, where they mention that they're adding a bunch of items. We're getting 21 new items, and as it seems like, we're only getting 3 items that go into the standard box, like into the standard item pool. We're getting, if I'm like clocking this right, this is like Survivors of the Void, where we got like a bunch of normal items and just a suite of void items. I'm excited to see whatever this could be in the future. I'm really intrigued on knowing what, as they mention in the video, this stuff where they give you insane amounts of power, but you have to do an additional challenge. I don't know what these two things are. I want to know why there's an inverted mountain shrine on my mountain shrine. Is this like evil? If I interact with this, is there a Beetle King coming or what's going on? I'm joking, of course, but I'm still intrigued to see what this exploration into even more power for the character, but even more challenge. Are we getting like eclipse modifiers in monsoon runs, or are we getting artifacts that just turn on during you playing? Like artifacts that make your game harder in this case. I'm interested to see. I feel like very excited. I will be playing. Also, I like this skin. this mushroom false on skin, I'm excited to see it. Apart from that, it looks really cool, which Allied Collective also had, but we have our issues with that. Especially like the issues being that you have to go through DLC path to access the content, and it's not really integrated into the game. Like, for example, as we can see on screen right here, the Void Seeds, or going to Voidling, or going to the Void maps instead of going to the boss, you know? They've talked about integrating that better. I'm really intrigued to see what will happen. I'm really excited to find out what these other items are, because if we look at this, I don't know if these items have are a bit stinky, but this looks pretty cool. We'll know more about these items and whatever in the next dev diary. The one issue that I have, is that's a big hope that they curb the power scaling that we have in game right now. But yeah. Anyways, this is not a video of me criticizing the old DLCs. This is just me talking about this. But we can do those videos anyway too after I'm done with the grind. It looks good. I'm excited to see what they're cooking. Again, this is just a short little video just talking about the DLC from first reaction. Quickly, TLDR, I like the new visuals that we're getting with the stages. I want that tar item that the commando had. Everyone's getting skins minus the Allied Collective survivors. Trials are in game soon, soon when the DLC comes out. There's a new item system with supposedly very strong effects that isn't equipment, and the game supposedly gives you more power, but it also gets pretty hard. And most of that seems pretty cool. I'm just worried about how the power scaling is going to look when the DLC releases. So yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and drop a like if you like this video. That would help the channel out a lot. So yeah, thank you. Bye bye.